If you're looking for cheap and reliable Ultimate Team coins, check the link in the description for FIFA Coin Zone. They're selling for £3 per 100k on the Xbox at the moment and £3 per 100k on the PlayStation. Use the code Josh5 to get 5% off. What's up, lads? Josh here, and welcome back to another episode of FIFA 15 potential winter upgrades. And today we're going to be talking about 5 more players who I believe deserve January upgrades, or winter upgrades as they will now be called as we get into February. But yeah, some incredible cards to look at today, including Higuain, Depay, and 3 more. So let's get straight into episode 6 of potential winter upgrades. And moving on to the first player of the day, guys, we're going to be talking about Vietto, and he has been hitting the headlines every single week in La Liga when Villarreal play. He has been absolutely phenomenal for them this season. He has played 30 games, scored 15 goals, and got 6 assists. 15 goals for a pretty young kid is absolutely awesome to see, and this guy's future seems to be way ahead of him, and he seems like he could be, sort of like the next Aguero, the next Higuain, the next Tevez, the next Messi, whoever you want to associate him with, of sort of next of kin. He could quite easily be any of these Argentinian players. He's incredibly good, fast, agile, skillful, and just an incredibly good player to watch. But like I said, 15 goals and 6 assists, pretty good. He's only really coming into football, as of recently, sort of into the main sides of course Villarreal team. But he has been doing absolutely fantastic ever since the manager has put him in, and you can't really thank him any other way than by letting him score 15 goals for you in a season. I mean, a lot of people didn't expect this, but he's going absolutely ham in La Liga, and this is only halfway through the season as well, so he could quite easily finish with 25 plus, maybe even 30 goals. We'll have to wait and see, but he looks like he'll be in for a January upgrade. I'm thinking he will definitely get a goal because, of course, how can you upgrade a 74 silver? You can only move him. You can only move him into the gold category, and I'm thinking he could be quite high. Could be even more high rated than I've predicted. But I think he'll stay like 76, 77 maybe. I don't think he'll go too far up than that. And moving on to the next player, guys, we're going to be talking about Championship side Ipswich's top goal scorer, and of course he is actually the top goal scorer of the whole league of Championship this season so far. He has played 29 games, scored 18 goals, and got 2 assists. A really good amount of goals for a player that's he's very experienced. I think he's 30 or 31 years old, and you wouldn't really expect him to be banging this many in the Championship. But Ipswich have been doing fantastically up to the last 2 games. I think they lost against Rotherham, and they also lost to somebody else, but I can't quite remember. But yeah, Murphy, I feel like he'll be in for a huge upgrade, and I'm going to give him a 6 upgrade up to a 72 rated. He does already have a 70 inform, 70 rated inform striker card, and a lot of, I think he went up to 72 shooting, so I'm going to go that one step further, give him plus 10 shooting, because you don't score 90 or 18 goals in half a season, and don't warrant a shooting upgrade of that stature. But I think he'll get a 72 or 71, 73 maybe, but his inform will actually go up to like a 74. I'm pretty sure it's going to max out at 74 because I don't think he'll go into a gold inform. But yeah, Murphy looks to be in for an awesome upgrade, and he needs to keep it up because Ipswich haven't been doing amazingly. Like I said, in the last 2 games they have lost them, but I'm pretty sure they will be able to get into at least playoffs this season, and maybe we'll be seeing them in the Barclays Premier League next season. And moving on to the next player, guys, we're going to talk about the experienced Higuain, and of course he has been absolutely phenomenal since joining Napoli from Real Madrid, and he has just really been having excellent seasons so far. This season so far he has played 33 games, scored 18 goals, and got 5 assists, had an inform card and a man of the match card, of course, and we could be looking at an 85, maybe 86 rated upgrade. I don't think he'll get the biggest of upgrades, but I do think he will definitely get an upgrade this January/winter, of course. But yeah, 85 rated. I'm going to give him a phenomenal striker that plays for Napoli, of course, and he looks to be in for a pretty awesome shooting upgrade as well. I think his inform card has 88 shooting, so I'm pretty sure he'll get at least 86 or 87 shooting, maybe even 88. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm pretty sure Higuain should make it into the potential winter upgrades, or sorry, not the potential, because of course he will be he will of course be a winter upgrade if he does make it in. But yeah, Higuain, fantastic striker, and definitely warrants his winter upgrade in my opinion. And moving on to the next player, guys, we're going to be talking about Gignac, who feels like he's been around for absolutely ages in French League football. And this season so far, he's played 25 games, scored 16 goals, and got 1 assist. That is a truly incredible amount of goals, but he's only had 1 assist. That really strange, that really weirds me out, because when you see a player that scored that many goals, you would normally expect him to have a few assists, at least 5 to 8 assists. But for some reason, he only has 1 assist. But yeah, it's a truly incredible player for Marseille, of course, and Marseille are doing terrifically this season. They haven't had the best of times in French League football over the last couple of seasons, because PSG just seem to be dominating it. But this season, Marseille, Lyon, Saint Etienne, and PSG, of course, it's a much closer race to the title, and we're only halfway through. And I think Marseille are second at the moment, Olympique Lyon are first, and PSG are third. And that is a really strange sight to see, because PSG were absolutely dominating football, for about 3 seasons in the French League football, but now it seems like everybody's strengthening up. And of course, Gignac with his 16 goals so far this season is truly incredible, and it's of course helping Marseille to keep that second position, and maybe they could go on and win it at the end of the season. And moving on to the final player, guys, we're going to be talking about Memphis Depay, who just seems to be hitting every headline in the in the Eredivisie every week, and he has played 26 games so far this season, 21 goals and 6 assists. 21 goals as a winger is truly unstoppable. That is absolutely phenomenal form, and Depay, he's just absolutely tearing that league open with PSV, and I do think he will leave maybe in the summer, but I do think eventually he will leave for a Barclays Premier League club, whether that will be Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City. We'll have to wait and see, but it looks like it could be Manchester United. We've been linked with him many times before, and this is what we need. The player that can score goals, he's got pace. Him and Di Maria on each wing would be absolutely deadly as fuck. So if you're watching this, Van Hal, I know you're not, but definitely sign this kid up, because he is absolutely banging them in the Eredivisie at the moment. 21 goals, sorry, in 26 games is absolutely world class at the moment. But of course, Eredivisie might not be as challenged of a league as Barclays Premier League. Of course, it will be a much tougher challenge to come into the Barclays Premier League and score this many goals as a winger, but we'll have to wait and see what his future has ahead of him. But I definitely think he will have an 80 rated upgrade coming, maybe even like an 81 or an 82 card, but I don't think it'll be above 82 rated, so I'm going to stick with like an 80 or to 82 rated card. But he looks like a truly incredible player for the future. Thank you guys for watching yet another episode of FIFA 15 Potential Winter Upgrades Episode 6. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed these 5 players that I've covered today. Of course, a lot of them are, well, this theme was actually about goal scoring. If you didn't know, that's why there was so many goals, goal scorers in this episode. But comment down below anybody you think who should be upgraded in the winter, of course, and I will cover them in the next episode. But apart from that, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, do be sure to leave a like rating, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and follow me on Twitter at @Gignac4. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video.